I went to the theater and saw the new movie directed by A.V. Rockwell. It's called 1001.
Oh, I saw this too.
Okay, well, it was so this was a Sundance winner for the Grand Jury Prize, which I mean that's a big deal. Like Whiplash won that, Minari won that, and Coda. So it obviously is coming into its theatrical run with some hype. Um, Teyana Taylor is the star. She plays Inez, who kidnaps her son Terry from foster care and goes on the run. It's set at least initially in the mid '90s in New York City, but it spans like a dozen years. And it's not just about the crime and being fugitive. It's not really about that at all. However, it does provide like the structure for taking this like really personal story and making it about a tale about changing New York. Terry is played by Aaron Kingsley Adatola at age 6, Avon Courtney at 11, and Josiah Cross at age 17, who is a really good actor. You should keep your eye on. The movie shows the two as they sort of navigate this like dangerous life with living a lie without ever moving states, which I thought was interesting, and it really digs deep into the characters and the ones that are closest to Inez, who's a loving but kind of reckless person. The movie has all kinds of style. Like it has the look and the music and the cool factor of Queen and Slim. The actors, Tiana Taylor especially, are terrific. It's nowhere near as drastic as it sounds on paper. It's more about like identity and circumstance. It is about crime and politics. Although the mayors of New York bridge together the segments of the movie, it's sort of about like finding self worth and knowing what's important and who your family is. And it's more about New York than anything else, to be honest. Like I've never seen a movie that's so in and about and the embodiment of a city than this is about New York. And since it spans like a decade, it kind of reminded me of a little bit of Moonlight, the hidden identity storyline, the coming of age sort of complex situational politics, make it richer and kind of involving. I thought it was really good. It gets pretty melodramatic, but I think it earns the right to do that. It's genuine and lived in, for better or worse. It kind of has a little bit of like The Place Beyond the Pines in there, but more subdued and way less dangerous. A couple of shocking revelations in the end, and even when it's trying to make a point, you're too involved for it to really even matter that much. It's a character drama, not a documentary, and I think it's really, really good. And I'm giving it 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I saw this too, and I'm right there with you. Um, I think I'm giving it 4 stars right now. I'm like right on the three
Nice.
and a half, 4. It for most of the movie, I'm like, this is gonna be the best movie of the year. I did not like the ending. Um, I'm trying to, I'm still trying to grapple with the ending and how exactly because it takes a turn it didn't need to take, and I think it would have been better if it hadn't. But
Yeah.
but with that said, it earns having like you said, it earns a lot of what it does, and it earns having that moment at the end, if it wanted to. So I'm okay with it, even though I didn't love it. Um, but it's a beautiful movie. Yeah, Tiana Taylor is amazing. All 3 kids are amazing, and yeah, Josiah Cross, he's got a couple scenes there at the end that are just heartbreaking. Um, and it's a brilliant film. Zach's got to see this.
When do you guys have time to see movies? Like, we had 1,000,000 hours of movies this week.
Oh, this was my Friday night double feature.
Ooh,
I went Thursday night
nice.
for no real reason. Probably because the theater is like 2 blocks away. So
And this was spring break, so
Well, this movie is like a svelte 82 minutes, is it not?
no, it's
I think it's
hour
100.
57.
Yeah, it was 117.
Oh, okay. I'm looking up another movie then. Well, I will definitely check it out. I'm excited for it. It didn't come to my market. Otherwise, I probably would have seen it.
Nice. Yeah,
I don't think the title is ever said in the movie, but there is one
not.
time where you see the number. I was like, oh, okay, that's what the title is. I don't know why.
I missed that. Oh, yes, you do. The hyphen's missing. Yeah, I get it now. Okay, I love I love this movie more now. Gosh. Okay.
So it's
Cool.
going up to 4 stars.
It is at 4 stars. I'm
Okay.
giving it 4. I'm going 4.
All right. Well, continuing on from where we started last week, I just got back from 1001. And
nice.
I'll cut to the chase. Great movie, loved it. This is a thrice approved movie. I agree with a lot of. I re-listened to your guys' review of it last week. I loved it. Great feature debut by A.V. Rockwell. Teyana Taylor is, I think she would have been an Oscar contender for Best Actress had this movie been marketed by A24 or better marketed by Focus, I guess. I sat in a theater with no one else in it at 10:45 in the morning, so that's a depressing place to be. But it was a wonderful movie. One of the things I really like about the movie is that yes, it's a movie about a woman who abducts her child out of foster care, but that's not really what the movie's about. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not really. Like, it's much more of a character study about complex people, particularly the main character whose name is Inez. Because there's times when she does things that are maybe morally questionable, and we're not always sure about her motives, but she's someone that is just compelling and fascinating to watch, and her relationship with her son Terry is great. There's a great supporting character in the movie named Lucky. He's played by William Catlett, and he's wonderful too. I guess my criticism of the movie, well, first of all, I went into the movie knowing what you guys had said about it. I have to confess, I could not find the reference at all to the title. So we can bleep this out if you want, Terry, but can you guys tell me, where was the title referenced in the movie?
It's their apartment number.
Oh,
because the
very
hyphen's
interesting.
missing, and so it's 1001, but the hyphen's missing, so it says 1001.
I would have never caught that. Okay, interesting. And then I guess the other point that I have, I'm wondering if Terry, do you not like the last scene of the movie or the last 15 minutes of the movie?
I don't like the twist.
Okay, so last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
In other words.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'm okay with the twist. I know you had mentioned it. I had sort of forgotten that you mentioned it. It was a genuinely surprising twist. If I do have a critique of the movie, it's that I think the first hour is better than the second hour. The first hour, you're kind of like, you're really unsure who these people are, what their motivations are. It's pretty captivating. The second half, when it jumps forward, feels a little bit more like I've kind of seen it before. You get the younger character trying to break away from the force field of his parents. You get the mentor figure who kind of suffers a fate that we've seen in other movies before. I've kind of seen that a little bit before, but I do understand why the story flashes forward to bring up that kind of twist ending. And I think the director does have something to say a little bit about the gentrification of New York City, which I think is why the movie jumps forward. But anyway, it's my number one movie of the year. I know it's been a short year so far, but I loved it. It's a solid 3.5-star movie, and I'm really glad we all talked about it. Not together, but hey, we've seen it, right? And justifies the means.
Yeah. I'm glad you loved it. I was blown away by it, completely surprised by it. You went in with some expectations. I went in not knowing anything about it other than it was a Sundance hit.
You know, I saw this movie at Cinemark. I saw the shittiest previews. It was like the new Fast and the Furious movie, the new I can't believe they're making a new Transformers movie. Are you joking? I mean, it was the most inappropriate trailers ever for a movie like this. And it just gets you thinking like, yeah, I know no one was in the theater and I know it's 10:45 in the morning. Show people this movie, okay? If people watch this movie, they will be riveted by it. Like, you cannot help but be engrossed by the story of this movie, and it's way more engrossing than Transformers 10, okay? I don't know if it's Focus Features' fault. I don't know if it's the fault of our society, but you know, there was a time when movies like this were a little bit more consumable, a little bit more apparent, and I just wish more people would seek out movies like this because it's tremendous. And I hope this movie gets recognition at Oscar time because, again, this is the type of movie that got Oscar nominations maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's a peculiar release, getting the March release after Sundance. Like, I mean, it seems like it's gonna probably be like a Hulu movie for like the next 6 months, and hopefully people remember it. But I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice if it's remembered at Oscar time, but I don't know.